All right, we're here with Matt Florio, who is the integral guy to this entire event. Okay, Matt, I know you are the glue. I mean, you are kind of like the centerpiece. So let's go through it. What is your, not only your title, but what do you do with Comedy Flow Entertainment?
I moved up here from Florida trying to make comedy films. I was a screenwriter. And then I got into acting, and once I met some actors, and I did stand-up, and once I met some comics, I said, I'm gonna just make my own films and just put a group together. So that's what I did. So, I mean, on every film it's a little different, but I produced all the films, basically put the groups together, wrote a bunch of the films, directed some of them, and I got like at least a cameo in all of them. So yeah.
So you're kind of like a jack of all trades here, but you're also the person who put the production company together. That I understand. Yeah. And so this whole thing couldn't have happened without you, more or less.
Well, it couldn't happen without. Right? It couldn't happen without any of these people. So, it's a total 100% team effort. It sounds cliche, but it's so true. Like I learned so much because I never went to film school. I graduated. I graduated a business degree from Florida State. And go Knowles! But so no, I graduated with a business degree, and I didn't know what the hell I was doing, so I kind of just went along as it goes. But I learned so much about like what it takes to be, an editor, what it takes to be even like a sound mixer. Like all these people's jobs are so important when it comes together. When you get the final product, if one guy isn't on their game, it's like you got a half-ass film. So, I mean, I put a team together. Every single one of these people gets paid to do what they do. Like, they're professionals in their fields. But when we get together, what we do is we said, hey, man, we're going to shoot for a couple weekends. These are short films. We're going to shoot a couple weekends. Can you sacrifice some time for the greater good of the group? And maybe we can grow as a unit, strength in numbers. So, and that's what we did. So the editors, managed to, like, get the editing done in between their jobs, working crazy hours. The composer, same thing. It's just like, okay, like the composer that we have, Walter, he scored all five of the films. I mean, he's working crazy hours, and then he goes and scores at night. We're all doing something for the greater good of the group to hope that we get noticed. I mean, you look at people like Adam Sandler, Happy Madison, his production company. He puts the same people in his films, circulates the same directors. He really created a family, and to me, it wasn't about just like making a film and then calling it a day. I really wanted to create a group that it's just like, okay, like every year, hey man, let's get together and make some films. Judd Apatow has like his little group. I mean, that's, if I could relate something to what I'm doing, I'm closer to Judd Apatow than Adam Sandler, obviously, because Adam Sandler's the star. He's a star. Like me, I'm like the guy, I'm doing behind the scenes stuff, but I like to mess around in front of the camera too.
Totally. So, I mean, you basically put this whole thing together because you want to be the guy who is not only directing and writing, but also acting in the films as well.
Yeah, I love making people laugh, and I tried improv, I tried stand-up, and I did all that stuff. And it's just, when it comes down to it, I'm a screenwriter, but I would say more so I'm a guy, just an idea guy, and I like seeing something on paper come to life. And if it's a matter of, hey, I think this director, Peter Dimitriev, he directed 2 of the movies. Like I'm like he's the perfect fit for these 2 movies. So he directed them. I mean, some of the other ones I directed. Just because I felt like I was really attached to it. Like, not to say I'm not attached to any of the films. They're all like my babies. But I mean, it's just you got to put the right people around you, and you got to be willing to step back. Quentin Tarantino gave up the role of Mr. Pink to Steve Buscemi. We saw what happened, So, I mean, that's it. But it's just to put that group together. I see so many people, actors that are just, not to say selfish, but people that are really just looking for themselves. You see comics, you see, anybody just in this business looking out for themselves. I said, I'm not going to do this alone. The chances of making it are 1 in a million, you know what I mean? But if you put together, just like you guys are a group now, you know what I'm saying? Without Caesar, you're nothing. No, just kidding.
Without Caesar, I'm nothing. It's actually a true story.
But I'm just saying, like, you need somebody who knows what they're doing behind the camera in order to showcase what you do. And I need the same thing. I mean, I got good scripts, but if they're only as good as the actors that I cast or the people that are gonna, do the post-production on it.
So do you really want to stay in the vein of comedy, or do you want to explore other areas?
Yeah, no, I'm so genuine and true to this. Like, I could see maybe doing something, but like, I don't feel my ultimate goal is I'd love to see comedy get its respect at the Academy Awards.
Oh wow.
You know, that would be like the ultimate goal. Not to say like make it different, but I'm just saying like you see movies that Will Ferrell makes and Steve Carell makes and Ben Stiller and and Eddie Murphy and Jim Carrey and stuff, and it's like a lot of those guys, they don't get their due as a comedy. It's an art form in itself. When you see arts, you see one sad face, you see one smiley face. We represent the smiley face, But it's true, like it's just, comedy doesn't get its due as much as it should, and I think everything is an art form in itself. Sure. There should have been an action category so that Steven Seagal and Stallone and stuff were battling, years ago or whatever. But I just think that comedy is it's my niche. I like to make people laugh. I'd rather make them laugh than make them cry.
Totally.